Today we're talking about labels.
What's up everyone? So we need to address, just before we start this video, we need to address that it kind of looks like I'm going to steal that Nutella. Anyways, it's good to see you again. It's been a while. It's been 3 weeks of just podcasts. This is the place where I record the podcast, by the way. And this is my mic. I use my phone. So I know some of you have been saying, hey man, who's doing that voiceover for you? That does not sound like you at all. But yeah, it is me. Just gotta use the phone. Just bring it close to your mouth.
Sometimes you have to get really dramatic. A new movie coming soon to a theater near you.
Alright, anyways. Today we're talking about labels, talking about specifically stereotypes. And let's just address the obvious that nobody likes to be labeled. Nobody likes to be placed in a category. And I want to talk about stereotypes because stereotypes are so destructive and there's so little conversation going on about it. Or I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but there's one thing I do know, and is that we are hardwired for connection. You can just see this in nature. Just let me just show you some random clips of animals just connecting, loving each other. There are many things that cause disconnection between people, and one of those, believe it or not, is stereotyping people or labeling people, fitting people into categories. Whenever you stereotype someone, you are creating a disconnection. Or if you have ever been labeled, automatically you feel disconnected. Well, you might say, hey, you're talking about negative stereotypes. There's good stereotypes. Well, the thing about it is that good stereotypes and positive stereotypes or negative stereotypes, they're all destructive. They hurt people individually and they hurt people collectively. There's a quote that I found by Nancy Kress that says, I'm going to read it. A stereotype may be a negative, can't even read. A stereotype may be negative or positive, but even positive stereotypes present two problems. They are cliches and they present a human being as far more simple and uniform than any human being actually is. So labeling someone or having a stereotype of someone, even if it's positive, it might seem harmless, but it hurts. For example, oh, she's not capable. We know where she comes from. I can't stand old people. They're just so close-minded. She's crazy to think that she can achieve such goal. Nobody in her family has ever done it. Well, you know that guy, he's from a certain race and they never, just whatever, They might seem harmless, these labels, but they hurt and they disconnect. Alright, so there's a lady by the name of Michelle Hunt, and she writes, I'm gonna bring this back, she writes about stereotyping, and she says that I don't want to be categorized. I can't afford it. I have spent my whole life building up who I am with all of my multi-dimensions and complexities, and I get offended when I am put into a category. I need to be allowed to bring my uniqueness to the table. So in summary, labeling people brings hurt, it brings disconnection, and it goes a bit deeper than that. Someone that we know by the name of Nelson Mandela said that we slaughter one another in our words and attitudes. We slaughter one another in stereotypes and mistrust. So needless to say, it's very dangerous. So I want to end this video not actually coming to a conclusion, but by challenge you to think of a moment where you have felt that you were labeled. A moment when someone put you into a category. So think about it. How have you been stereotyped? And as you think on that, let that help you to realize how maybe at a certain point you have labeled someone and how you can stop from doing that. Alright, see you Sunday. Journey podcast, every Sunday. And also in Spanish, there's a link in the description if you want to listen to this podcast in Spanish. Alright, until next time.